US has leveraged the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication (SWIFT) system as a tool in its sanctions regime. SWIFT is a global messaging network that facilitates secure and standardized communication between financial institutions for international transactions. Here's how the US uses SWIFT in the context of sanctions. 1. Access to SWIFT. The US has significant influence over SWIFT, as many of the transactions processed through the network involve US dollars. When the US imposes sanctions on a country, it can pressure SWIFT to disconnect that country's banks from the network. This action effectively limits the sanctioned country's ability to conduct international financial transactions. 2. Examples of SWIFT usage in sanctions. Iran. In 2012, the US and the European Union pressured SWIFT to disconnect Iranian banks from the network as part of sanctions aimed at curbing Iran's nuclear program. This move severely restricted Iran's ability to engage in international trade and access foreign currency. Russia. Following the annexation of Crimea in 2014, the US and its allies considered disconnecting certain Russian banks from SWIFT as part of sanctions. While not all Russian banks were cut off, the threat of exclusion served as a significant deterrent and added pressure on the Russian economy. 3. Impact of SWIFT disconnection. Economic isolation. Being cut off from SWIFT can lead to economic isolation, making it difficult for sanctioned countries to engage in trade, receive payments, or access international financial markets. Humanitarian consequences. The disconnection can have severe humanitarian impacts, as it limits the ability of countries to import essential goods, including food and medicine. 4. Criticism of SWIFT as a sanction tool. Weaponization of finance. Critics argue that using SWIFT as a weapon in sanctions can lead to unintended consequences, harming civilian populations and exacerbating humanitarian crises. Encouraging alternatives. The reliance on SWIFT for sanctions may push targeted countries to seek alternatives, such as developing their own payment systems or using other currencies, which could undermine the dollar's dominance in global finance. Conclusion. While this approach can effectively pressure governments to change their behavior, it also raises ethical concerns regarding the humanitarian impact and the potential for encouraging alternative financial systems.